guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, hi, I'm Celeste. I go by Celeste or Siesta. You can call me either one. It does not matter. I make really fun videos sometimes, but you guys know how that goes anyways. So today I'm going to be doing a what's on my iPhone video. This is my iPhone. I have the iPhone XR. Yeah. So funny story about how I got this phone. So I had like an iPhone 7S, or was it 8? I don't know. I think it was a 7S. So I had the iPhone 7 and, or maybe it was the 8. I don't know. I had another iPhone before this. And it was my baby. I didn't really want to get rid of it. But what had happened was on Thanksgiving, I was doing a video for Instagram and my quarter hit my hand and it fell and the entire screen shattered and it was devastating. And I really didn't want to get a new phone, so I called to see how much it would be to replace my screen with a Apple screen, because I didn't want to do an aftermarket, because I had a lot of friends have like complaints about how they got their screen done and like problems started happening, and I just was like, I don't want that. Unfortunately, it was more to replace the screen than it would be to get a new phone, so I went and got a new phone instead. And I mean, I love this phone, but I really want to upgrade, because it was kind of just one of those things where it's like, I need a phone and as long as it's new I don't care, which I still don't. But the quality on this one isn't as good as the newest one or one of the newer ones, so eventually I do plan on upgrading to at least the 11 Pro. So that's my goal. Anyways, so if you guys hear any background noise sounds, dogs barking, it's just my family in my house, because unfortunately I can't kick them out to film, so that's just how it goes. So let's get started. Okay, and so let's start with my phone. I have a clear glitter case on it and it's really pretty. I love clear cases because in the back I have pictures of me and my cousin that passed away, and I have like this little fortune cookie. It says, "The respect of influential people will soon be yours," and I think that's really cool. And then I have this XOXO pop socket that I got at a meet and greet when I met her. And yeah, so let's just get into it and start recording. So when you open the phone, this is how it looks. I'm also gonna put the little screen recording right here. So when we get into my phone, we're gonna go to the first album. Not album, what is it called? It's called a category? Folder. First folder. So the first folder is going to be pics. And this is basically everything that has to do with pictures. Anything that I use to edit, anything that I use for like just any kind of picture. Most of the time I don't really edit my pictures because I like the like natural kind of, I just took this and I posted it vibe. But you know, sometimes you just gotta use a filter, use something. So first we're gonna have our photos. I'll click it because I don't really have anything, you know, to hide or whatever. And then after, and then I have camera, FaceTime, iMovie. I don't really use iMovie on my phone just because I really hate it, so I mostly do all of my editing on my laptop. And then I have PhotoGrid. This app has been the OG of apps for me, going back all the way until like maybe high school. I have been using this since like my senior year, and I have always added it whenever I got a new phone. It's just something that I use occasionally now, but literally something I do recommend to everybody. Okay, so the next app is going to be Typorama. I'm just going to go into the app because it's really self-explanatory. So this is where I do all of my like editing, all of my little like sales for my business and whatnot. So yeah. And then I have my Camera Connect, which is my camera connecting to my phone, and I can like send the pictures via Wi-Fi and all of that good stuff, you know. And yeah, these are not this is not the spicy album where you guys get to learn all kinds of stuff, but this is an album that is there, so I'm gonna tell you guys that I have it. And then I have Vasco, which I don't really use. I'm not really a big fan of it, but I have it and I don't really know why, but that's whatever. And maybe I should just delete it, I don't know. There is one really cool filter that I like on it, so that's probably why I keep it, but otherwise it's just there. And then I have Facetune. So my older brother had told me that I should get this app, and at first it was really confusing on how to use it, but I ended up taking it anyways. And I mean, there's a lot of things you can use it for, you know. Like I was trying to see what I could use the app for on this picture, but to be honest, like there was not really much that I wanted to do to this picture. I did try to like do the blur in the background, but I feel like that just like it doesn't show you how big the brush is, and I wasn't gonna keep scraping my finger along the side, so it was really annoying. I got over it really fast. And then the next album is gonna be random stuff. I don't really say shit, I would say shiz. And for some really weird reason, you'll see that I use the money sign for everything that stands for an S, because I'm just super ratchet like that. Like yeah, I'm really ratchet, and money is literally my life. But anyways, this is just my email, calendar, clock, you know, all the apps that come on the iPhone, all those things and whatnot. Don't really use them. I don't even know what Clips is, but I'm not even gonna touch it because I don't know what could be in there. So then we have a productivity, which is going to be just random stuff. Find my iPhone, Apple Store, Messenger from Facebook, Files, Safari. We have my followers app and CoStar. CoStar is amazing. If you guys don't have CoStar, I recommend going to get it. It's so funny because I made my boyfriend download this app and he didn't even like know like what it was or what it would do or whatever. But it actually tells a lot about yourself and like your relationships with people that are different signs and whatnot. So I definitely recommend this app. Okay, so then the next one is going to be my monies. As you can see, I have a million money apps, and that is because I have my own business, so most of the time I need to have every single type of payment processing, whatever you guys want to call it, I have to have it, because like people would like to play with different options, or most of the time I get a lot of people telling me that they are locked out of their Venmo, so I have to have the other option, which is Cash App. So yeah, and then obviously I have PayPal. It's like a no-brainer to have PayPal. And then just like all of these other apps like my banks and wallet and whatever. So then we're going on to this spicy, juicy, super cool, like this is where you might learn or get ideas to download from. This is my YouTube album. And obviously if you're watching this video, you are a YouTuber who is here because you want to see what's on my iPhone and you want to know where the tea is. Well, this is the album for you. So the first one is obviously YouTube, and then the other one is We Heart It. Now We Heart It is kind of like another Pinterest but with like graphics, I guess you can say. It's really cool. Like when you go on it, you know, you can like look at stuff and quotes and whatever, and I like the whole idea of Pinterest, so this was just kind of like cute to me. So yeah, I just got it, and like I feel like there's always going to be different stuff, different ideas, like, you know, whatever. And then I have this eraser app, and it literally deletes anything that I want. Let's see if I can show you guys an example. Okay, let's do this one. Sorry. And then so I want to erase the background, so usually you can like target an area, it'll delete that color, or like I could just manually erase to just get the picture to wherever I want it on. You get the point. So that's pretty much what that app does. Oh, and then we have Fonto, which I do use for all of my thumbnails. I use this app for my thumbnails, and I'm not gonna get into a tutorial on that because it's a little bit more difficult than I have time for right now, but definitely recommend getting that if you guys want to learn how to make your thumbnails. Maybe I'll film a video on how to make thumbnails using Fonto. Okay, so then I have the Superimpose X. Yes, you have to make sure that it's superimposed X, because I downloaded both and I paid for both and I was so disappointed with just superimposed. It was so annoying and limited, and I'm so advanced that I have to have the most advanced one, otherwise it really irks my soul. But yeah, this is what I have. This is the things that I've edited on there. And then I have motion portrait, which I just downloaded literally this week. Not too familiar with how to use it yet, but still getting familiar with it. And then Pixar. This is another app that I downloaded. I was like playing with it. I'm still not too familiar with it. It's one of those things that I have to figure out and whatnot. But so far, I mean, it's kind of cool. But I have to get more familiar with it, honestly. And then the last one is gonna be HAVES Paint X, which is what I do my cartooning on. And this is a really complicated app that you have to spend a lot of time trying to get used to, because I spent maybe like 24 hours just trying to understand everything and the steps and making sure you do this, and it's a process. So if you do download that app, just be aware that you're gonna have to spend some time on it, because it's not gonna be easy to learn just like that. So then when you exit out of there, we're gonna go to the shopping, and then in my shopping I have XOXO, Amazon, Chick-fil-A, Domino's, Regal, and Fandango. And I have Regal and Fandango because me and my boyfriend love to go to the movies when we're not in quarantine, so I have to have those apps in order to just go on there and buy the tickets real quick and then, you know, just go. And then we have the Domino's and Chick-fil-A app. These are my two apps that I have for food, because late at night sometimes I get so hungry and I really want some pepperoni pizza with some buffalo wings and some cheesy bread bites and all of that. Or maybe sometimes some chicken alfredo. Point is, I like my late night food. And Chick-fil-A is there because who doesn't love Chick-fil-A? I have to have Chick-fil-A like at least twice a week. Seriously. Like, Chick-fil-A is my life, y'all. It is my life. And then I have Amazon because, I mean, who doesn't have Amazon on their phone? Do you have Amazon on your phone? Anyways, XOXO is a cool app. I like their bathing suits, so that's why I have it. But I personally haven't really bought anything on there. I just like to look at clothes sometimes randomly and like whatever. I like to online window shop. Is that a thing? I don't know. Anyways, and then GOAT, because I get all of my shoes that are not in stores on GOAT if they have my size. Sometimes they don't have my size, which makes me very sad. GOAT, step your shit up. And then we have my writing album. Sorry, I'm getting so many notifications because I just posted a picture on Instagram, and yeah. So then I have Google Docs and Notes, and these are the two things that I use because most of the time if I have my phone in my hand, instead of writing it in a notebook, I like to use my notes. And sometimes I like get poetry ideas or just anything, and I write them in my Google Docs after. Well, I go from Notes to Google Docs, if that makes any sense. Like, I transfer them because, yeah, Google Docs is where I do like all of my revising and editing, and yeah. And then I have my health. This is just gonna be like my doctors, my period trackers, and activities, and the gym. Those are like important to me. Those have to do with my health. Those all have to do with my health. So they're very important. And then these are obviously the social media album. It has Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok, Telegram, Netflix, and Pinterest. So Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat are literally the top 3 social media platforms that anybody has. Like, if you don't have them, then something is a little wrong with you, or you could just be against them, which I do and don't care. But yeah, and then obviously Facebook to keep up with my family and older friends from like back in high school that I don't have on like my other social medias and whatnot. And then TikTok. Like, come on guys, TikTok. Everyone has TikTok right now because we're in quarantine and we can't do anything. so it just makes sense to have TikTok. And then Telegram is just an app that I use for my business group chats and just group chats in general that have to do with anything, because I really hate group chats, and those ones I can really put on mute. And then Netflix, and I mean, self-explanatory. You can watch Netflix wherever you go. At least I do. And then last but not least, Pinterest, because yes, sometimes I get bored and I just want to scroll through aesthetically looking pictures that are so cute, and yes, I love it. Alright, and then after we exit out those albums, we come and see the little one that's not an album, which is Zoom. And Zoom is just an app that I use for like all of my webcam calls with school and with my business, and you know, whoever else has Zoom, maybe we can Zoom. And okay, so on the bottom you're gonna see phone calls, text messages, and Apple Music. So I don't like to have any of my social media on the bottom bar, because I have this very big addiction to tapping these three on the bottom the most, and I found that I was on social media way too much than I needed to be when my social media bars were outside. So I moved them into an album, so it took me a little bit longer to get to them, which is kind of exhausting when you have like an iPhone. You don't want to just like tap tap tap, you want to just tap, but I did that, so I had to tap tap tap. Okay, so moving on to the next page, which is going to be 5 apps that I have, which is Maps, Settings, App Store, Watch, and Homescapes. So I don't have my Apple Watch on right now, but I do have an Apple Watch, so that is why I have the Watch app. And then I have my App Store, Settings, and Maps, which are always on the app for products in phone. So I pretty much have it because I use them sometimes. And then I love this game, Homescapes, so I pretty much love it. So it's like outside, because I just love that game. If you guys haven't played that one, I recommend it. You get to like create your own house and stuff. It's pretty cool. It's kind of like Candy Crush. And then that's it. If you guys could see my background, I made a like collage, and it's like super aesthetically pleasing. It's all like pink and like white and like bright and like blue and like mauve. I don't know how to say that color. Mauve? Ooh, mauve. I don't know. But yeah, I'm like obsessed with that color right now, so yeah. I'm gonna see if I can show you guys. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much all that's on my iPhone. And oh look, this is my Apple Watch. I can do an Apple Watch one eventually, but honestly, I don't really have too much. My watch is dying. It said, bye. You thought you were gonna do what's on your Apple Watch too. But anyways, guys, so this is my lock screen. I have my phone on Do Not Disturb right now, but pretty much it's like the second half of my wallpaper. So they're the same image, but just different parts of it, like my wallpaper and my lock screen. So yeah. Alright, well, if you guys were digging this vibe, make sure you guys hit subscribe. I mean, I've never done a what's on my iPhone video before, so if I did it wrong, I'm so sorry. But like, honestly, it's like one of the most requested videos of all times, and I just thought I would do it for you guys because my phone is so cute and girly. Glitter case, pop socket, pink background, come on, like I had to. But yeah, so I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Peace.